Yo, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Sanawe Koni. I'm a UEFA C licensed coach currently working from South Africa. In today's session, I want to be looking at centre back positioning. If you are new to the page, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, like, and share for people to get the knowledge. For me, it's all about performance. So we're going to start out here by having a look at these red and green marked lines that I've put on the board. This is just going to be a guideline to help centre backs to let them know where to operate, how to operate, and when to operate. Generally, as a centre back, you are working in this red area here, which is protecting the very center of the field and protecting the very face of the goal. You should be looking to really be dominant in this area. If you're playing four at the back, there's generally two of you that tends to be positioned in that area, and it is your job to really dominate inside here, especially the closer it gets to the box. You've got to be making sure that you are intercepting, you are tackling, you are dominant in aerial positions, and you are turning over a lot of ball for your team, because the very essence of the game, if they can't score, they can't win. So this is where that happens, making sure that you are dominating within the center of the pitch. With two of you being there, it takes communication, responsibility, depending on the movement of the opposition as well. You've got to be able to pick up players, and you've got to be able to, guide them away from the center of the field. So generally, this is the area that you're working in. Within these lines here, as a centre back, whether the ball's shifting left or right, it should really only have one of you here, and you shouldn't be close to each other either, because as soon as you've got one here, it's very open on that far side. I always like to tell my players that when one of you goes left, others got to be hanging in line with the penalty spot. That just helps you to be very central. So with communicating with your central back partner, you've got to be able to make sure that you're not both overcrowding one area, because that just leaves a gaping hole in the danger zone that we just talked about. So what's important for me with the central backs, and the ball being in this type of area here, yes, in between here, a centre back should be reacting. It is his space, but if you've got two at the back, you don't need both of them in here. That defeats the whole purpose. I need one of you hanging central while the other one comes to deal with anything on this side. And you shouldn't really be switching. So if it comes to this side, let the left centre back deal with the things that happen on the left side of him. If the things come to the right side, let the right one deal with them. What you also don't want with the ball being in one of these areas is, that sort of split. You can see that it's just too vacant, gaping. Quality players just gonna drive up here, take a shot. That gap is too big. So whereas it's fine for you to both operate in the center here, very central. The wider you go, the more you've got to be able to trust and depend on your either right or left centre back to go right when the ball's right and left when the ball is left. So when you are shifting, you never want to shift too much and just leave that space open. Leave one in that central spot. And then in terms of going out wide, if the ball does make its way out into these wide areas here, As a central back, it's dependent on the situation, and unless you are 1v1, your wide back player is not able to get back and defend. That is the only reason for you to leave and to go out there. And when that happens, that doesn't mean your partner now moves into this. No, you've still got to be able to stay and protect. If anything, you can move a little closer to that line, and to the edges. But at the moment you're in here, you've opened up too much space behind you, and it's way too vacant in the center. And yes, you might have help from your middle fielders retreating, or from your opposite wing back returning and coming into the central spot, but then it still leaves too big of a gap here. If you've had to go commit to this wide area here, first things first, as a centre back, be sure that you are getting the ball, or you are cleaning out the player. Make sure that it is very difficult for them to get around you as a central back here, because as soon as you've gone, you're leaving a very big responsibility for one person to take. So make sure that you are communicating with your partner. If the centre back is out on this width here, it does tend to happen, mainly on breakaway situations, and when you are looking to just not hold off play, you want a quick turnover, or the ball is loose, you've got to go run and collect. There's things that happen in the game that you can't really plan for, but you need to be able to react. And if the necessary reaction is for one of your centre backs to leave here, that's fine. I just can't have both of you leave the central position here. So that's very important for me, is that one player, one of the centre backs, is always responsible, and it depends on which side the ball is. One centre back is going to be responsible and stay in this central position here. And like I said, if you're out wide here, be sure that you are getting the ball, you're winning it, you're turning it over, and you're getting ready to recycle it. So that there is just the basic, and just helps us start to recognize and realize, just when to go, how to go. So that's what I have for centre back and positioning. If you have any questions, please make sure that you leave a comment down there below. If you want to talk more, let me know how to position for different positions. I don't mind putting something up on the board for you guys. If you loved what you saw today, please do the things and subscribe. My name is Sanawa Koni, and I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll see you the next time.